you're in the best shape of your life at 43, which is, I love that we get to keep doing this and keep getting better and better and better. When did the mind approach come in going, wow, I hear the world saying you peaked in college. Maybe you got through your 20s and that was your best ever, but now I'm 30 and that's how society is. And now we're just going to decay away. When and where did that happen? Or was it an upbringing and seeing your family that you go, you guys can think that. That's not my thought process. I've learned a lot over the 4 decades of health and fitness and being in the trenches with the greatest in the world. And one of those things I've learned a lot more about and how to build better muscle is nutrition and how it has changed over the decades. And that's why I have the Titan meal plan for you guys out there that are confused about nutrition. I'm going to set you straight. Get a hold of me today. The link will be in the comments down below for you guys. Everybody, get over to the Titan meal plan, and I'll see you in the Titan crew where I will fine tune any difficulties that you're having. I'm just thinking because Mona's closing in on 50 and she's unreal, better than when she won the universe. I'm closing on 180. And so
well, you guys both look sick. You guys both look phenomenal. Truly.
And
like, but
the world doesn't know. This is you're amazing. You're working, you're doing everything, and this is the best you've ever been.
And that's the thing is that I just love that. I see like The Rock, for example. He's somebody that, you know, we work. He's one of my bosses at work, and he looks phenomenal. Nobody cares about his age. Nobody's saying, oh, The Rock's in his 50s. Like, no one cares because he looks great, and he's just like, he has confidence. Like, that's the thing is that, like, I'm surrounded by so many really incredible people that are full of confidence and full of, like, we're all very competitive with ourselves. But I look at guys like Randy Orton. Randy is in the best shape of his life. I look at guys like AJ Styles. He's in the best shape of his life. I look at Rey Mysterio. He looks incredible. He performs incredible. Like Randy, AJ, Ray, they're not 21, you know, but like, who says that 40 is old? Who says that 50 is old? Who says that 60 is old? You know what I mean? Like, it's, my mom is 70 and she runs with me. She works out with me 5 days a week. She looks phenomenal. And it's crazy because of the supplements and vitamins that I'm giving my mom. She doesn't even have gray hair. And so I love that. And I think that's the NADs, but, but she's just in such good shape. And I'm like, I just feel so good. And like the last 6 months, I've been having some phenomenal matches that I'm like, these are some of my favorite matches of my career. Who says that I can't go in my 40s? Like, I just feel great. I just feel so good, and I'm not going to let a number define who I am. Like, I see so many people and you're like, wow, they're limping, or they're, you know, they look tired. They look like they're not investing in themselves. And it's like, it doesn't need to be like that. You know, they just kind of gave up past a certain age. And it's like, the world is so different now. Like, you know, you look at women like Halle Berry and, you know, I'm just trying to think, like
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore, like no one, like Mona, I didn't even think about you being, but I'm also like, I don't really think 50 is old, you know, and I don't look at it. I don't look at 50 as old because I'm working with the most confident performers in the world, truly. And I'm like, no one gives a shit. You know, if they can go out there and they can perform and they feel good, that is what matters.
Something that we're proud of is that this house is a revolving door for absolute monsters, not just physically, but mentally. And I think that's something you just hit out of the park. You're around such a high level of people, and it's your norm. And I wish people would put their norm away from around this. Like Randy Orton, I talk to him all the time. We talk about lifting and training and stuff. And I love that these guys look at me and go, I'm going to be better than you at your age. And it's like, yeah, bring it. And Billy Gunn was just out here, who's unreal.
Amazing shape.
Oh, you just, man. And I compare his pictures of when he started out as a young 20-year-old compared to now. And it's like, but it's their mind approach. That's just not me. What? The norm. And I think the norm keeps getting, well, the norm is, like you said, it's around the people you are, and you're around not just your family, but the individuals that perform at such a high level that you're like, this is my norm. And I guess our point would be change that circle of people around you if you want to get to that next level in life or enjoy life, because you're saying you feel better, you're getting up at 43 injury free,
Yeah.
which I don't think people realize. People wake up at aches and pains and stuff, and it's so incredible that you're crushing it and that healthy. So
and also it's not just like.
So we just finished one movie, and turned out great. I am loving it. I love the dailies that we see. On to the next project. You finish, you keep going, you keep trying to go. That's, I guess, a better way to say it. And this next movie that I have booked, this is going to take all of me. This is going to take slice to the bone, all the character development, but also I need to be able to move and grow and keep that strength through this process. You'll understand why that is after you see the movie, but keeping the strength is key when you're dieting. And so I'm going to show you how to do that on Power Bodybuilding. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you over there.
Oh, she's a wrestler in WWE. I actually have 6 world records for the most wrestling, like for the most work. I have one world record is for the most matches of any woman in WWE history. Actually, I mean, in wrestling history, I don't think there's ever been, and I would love for somebody to challenge me on that. I don't think there's ever been a woman in the history of professional wrestling that's had more matches than I have. So I've worked in WWE for 18 years, full time, uninterrupted. And I've had one injury that took me out for about 8 weeks. It was an ankle injury. But I was back at work 8 weeks later wrestling. So, I mean, to have that kind of, to do the volume of work that I do, and then to really do it at that high level for 18 years, it's like if I didn't take care of my body, I wouldn't be able to do all of this. So I have worked at such a high volume, but I mean, I do encourage people, like, listen, I know it's not cheap, and I know you guys are very into like health and vitamins and this and that, but like, there's lots of things that you can do to boost yourself. Like for me, I didn't realize I was low in B12, you know what I mean? So like I will take B12 shots every day. Like I take a little something. I started getting really into like magnesium. I was having trouble sleeping at night. So I take a magnesium supplement. I started taking NADs, which really help keep your cell young. And like there's a bunch of other stuff that it does, but just certain things that would help me, like feel stronger. Like I love taking creatine every day. It's not for everyone, but I love it. And I've actually noticed like it helps with brain clarity. Like there's just certain things that work for certain people, but like dialing it in with really good foods and, knowing what works for you, or knowing like, hey, let's cut it off. Like I don't eat a whole lot of food at night. I try to eat the bulk of my food sort of during the day. That works better for me. Some people don't like to eat during the day. They eat a little bit more, everything is situational for everyone. But for me, like I have to really dial it in, or else I can't do this job in WWE at the level that I want to do it at. Because whether anybody likes it or not, the world in general is an aesthetic thing. Like WWE, you got to look good. Like in order for me to stay here, work here, and be here at a high level, I do need to look good, and I should look good. You can't come into the job looking a certain way and then put on 30 pounds and then think that people are going to give a shit. Like nobody cares. If you look fat or you look like you let yourself go, it's on you.
It's that time again to get my blood work done to see where my numbers are. Again, the one big thing for me is I'm keeping track of it. It's so precise. I competed in bodybuilding and powerlifting and martial arts, but that was all over decades ago. And so how can I continue to keep this physique and be this strong at this stage? And so that is by optimizing my health with Titan Medical. It all stems from one thing: your blood work, what's going on inside of you. And that's the main thing that I'm focused about, is see how I can continue to not just be in the game. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be a weekend warrior. I don't want to say you got a dad bod. I want to be the pinnacle of the health and fitness industry decades after I competed. And I've always said this too. You got so many of these guys that were with me in the 80s and 90s, and they keep putting the pictures up from the 80s and 90s. I don't want to be that guy. I like the fact that I can still put up pictures of me today even though I won the universe back in the 90s. That's the goal for me. I don't know what your goal is, but I can tell you this. I know you want to live, and I know you want to live your best life. And that starts with blood work. Over at Titan Medical, start today.